work to do for Irfan Khan Niazi. His side are in deep trouble now, 51 for 4. Still require 124 from 66. Saud has brought himself onto bowl. So more spin. And more pressure on the captain, Labuschagne, as well.
It's a perfect time for Saud Shakil to bring himself on as well with a new batter in the crease. And Labuschagne only going at a runner ball. Something's going to have to give soon. The Kingsmen have to make a push at some point.
Cut away. That man out in the deep is quite straight. So, well, they should have picked up 2. Had gone a long way behind. That's not great running, that.
We have a look at this wicket here. He's just had to fetch it from too far outside of the off stump. And all he could do was just shank it a little bit, and good running catch from Alzari, Joseph.
Decent catch, up and over, extra cover from the captain, Labuschagne. First boundary after 31 deliveries.
Yeah, really nice shot that from Labuschagne. First ball of the over, tried to get there off the front foot. Couldn't quite get it there. This one, he rocks back, gives himself some room, and he executes that to perfection. J. stylish shot.
Oh, yeah. Don't think he gets this. This is a chance. Chance. Chance taken. Shamal is saying with another half century and the captain's gone. And Hyderabad, they're in tatters.
Not what they needed there, the Kingsmen. Losing their captain. Losing their experience in the middle. Gives himself room again. Gets too far away from the ball. Comes right off the bottom of the bat. Shamil Hussain, good running catch. Comfortable in the end. Hyderabad Kingsmen now 57 for 5.
Hassan Khan. Oh, nearly chopped it on first ball. The moment this run chase is not going well.
You got that right, Dominic Cork. A little chop on first ball there. We saw that in the first game where he chopped it onto off stump and the bail didn't come off. You remember that, Dominic Cork?
I certainly do. Good first over. Got a wicket. This one will just run away for a boundary then. More importantly, the wicket in the over. 10 overs gone. We're halfway in this run chase. 61 for 5. Usman Tariq then with his second, causing problems. Not a lot that the middle order can do at times. This is a difficult situation to come in, but they've got to try and find a way.
They do, and they can't just let these dot balls pile up here.
Come on then, what can they do?
Oh, that's a good question, Dominic Cork. We take another look at this wicket here. Gets too far away from the ball. He ends up reaching for it. Comes right off the end of the bat and never took his eye off the ball, did Shamil Hussain.
A sting strike. It's exactly what that is. Yeah, mid-wicket put in place now, so they can't just clip it and get one. Certainly was a sting strike. Has he got enough of it? It's towards that shorter side. He has. Big six. They need lots more of them.
This is what Hassan Khan can do. He's not a big man, but he does possess a bit of power. He was very good for the Melbourne Renegades in the Big Bash, batting in about this position. See the Jazz 5G Super 6. Picks the length early, gets down on one knee. He crunches out over the deep mid wicket for a massive six.
Every time there's a six, KFC is awarding higher education scholarships to deserving students for every six. Yeah, even though it's a wide, you look at the score here. It's a messy situation, isn't it? 69 for 5.
There's a lot going on, isn't there, Dominic Cork?
To try and get themselves out of this situation. Pick up a couple, get the boundary early on in the over, and give themselves a chance. That's what they've got to try and do.
Yeah, they need to get to the 15th over here, still only 5 down. It gives them a chance to utilise the back end. They've still got to look to score a few runs. Asking rate now, 11.35.
Yeah, that is okay. Bowling-wise, you don't mind that. End of another over, 72 for 5. Abrar with his third. Bowled really well so far. Does he put this down? 2 for 6. I think he's just put down a sitter.
Yeah, Hassan Khan just nudges it straight back to him. Boy, could he have got 2 hands to that? In his follow through, always difficult. Just throws a hand down, it just doesn't stick.
Decent shot, this. Really good shot.
Shades of Dominic Cork back in his career.
If only. Oh, nicely played. There isn't a man there. That fine sweep, so he just helps it on its way, uses the pace. And Alzari Joseph can't get down from that 6'5" frame and stop it.
This is really smart batting. Probably should have been stopped on the boundary. Abrar won't be too happy, but this is all down to some real innovation from Imran Khan Niazi.
Always time for Tapal T. Pakistan's number 1 T. It is a beautiful time with the sun going down. And watch some HBL Pakistan Super League with Tapal T. Very nice. We love a bit of Tapal Danidar T. Yeah, just really tight lines from Abrar. That's what has made it so difficult for these batters so far. End of another over then. 12 overs are done. 79 for 5.
.96 off 48 at 12 runs in over for the Hyderabad Kingsmen. Boundary comes on the first delivery of Alzari Joseph's third, just straying too far straight.
Batters has been suffocated due to some good fast bowling and spin bowling. And here was a breather, a long hop for Hassan to work with.
Right then to Sikandar Buck downstairs with our Hamare heroes.
थैंक यू अरूज और हमारे साथ हमारे हीरोज में है मलाइका नूर और हम बात करेंगे आज जूडो की। कल भी हमारे साथ कराटे को लेके एक बहुत यंग टैलेंट था, तो आज हमारे साथ मलाइका सबसे पहले तो थैंक यू हमारे साथ आने के लिए। ये बताइए थोड़ा सा अपनी जर्नी के बारे में, फिर हम बताएंगे आपकी अचीवमेंट्स के बारे में भी।
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर हैविंग मी। सबसे पहले तो मैंने ये जो 2015 से स्टार्ट किया था, मेरी जो मदर है वो मुझे इस गेम में लेकर आई थी। वो खुद ही मतलब टीचर थी, वो लड़कियों को लेकर आती थी टीम्स में, तो मुझे भी इसी तरह ही शौक़ पैदा हुआ। और फिर उसके साथ साथ मेरी फैमिली की भी काफ़ी सपोर्ट थी, स्पेशली मेरी मदर, और उसके साथ हमारे जो सेक्रेटरी सर हैं सर मसूद, उन्होंने भी काफ़ी मुझे पुश किया इस चीज़ में। उन्होंने मेरी कामयाबी में भी उनका काफ़ी रोल है इस चीज़ में।
ये बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट होता है फैमिली सपोर्ट हो, जो अंडरस्टैंड करें आपके पैशन को, और आपने कहा आपकी वालदा भी इसमें इन्वॉल्व थी। जूडो के बारे में थोड़ा बताएं, क्या चीज़ ऐसी थी जिसने आपको इंटरेस्ट किया कि मैं इसमें आऊँ, अपार्ट फ्रॉम के फैमिली ने आपको सपोर्ट किया है?
जूडो जो है ये बेसिकली जापान की नेशनल गेम है। असल में केपीके में जो मतलब हमारे एरियाज की मरवत जो है वहाँ की लड़कियों को ऐसा समझा है कि मतलब वो बहुत पावरफुल है। तो केपीके की ज़्यादातर लड़कियाँ जो हमारी लड़की से टीम आती थी तो वहाँ से ये लोग खेलते थे, तो इस वजह से हमें काफ़ी सपोर्ट हासिल थी डायरेक्टरेट की तरफ से भी कि लड़की सी लड़कियाँ आएँ क्योंकि उनमें पावर होती है और वो अच्छा खेल सकती हैं। तो इस वजह से हम लोग इस चीज़ में आ गए थे।
आपके अचीवमेंट्स में एशियन गेम्स हुए थे ताजिकिस्तान में 2024 में आपने मेडल लिया, 2025 में भी आपने मेडल लिया। उस चैंपियनशिप के बारे में कुछ?
2024 में जो था वो मैंने वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप खेली थी, आईजीएफ का जो टूर्नामेंट था उसमें, और मैं पाकिस्तान से पहली फीमेल थी जिसने वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप में पाकिस्तान को रिप्रेजेंट किया था। और उसके बाद 2025 में एशियन ओपन चैंपियनशिप हुई थी अमान जॉर्डन में, जहां मैंने सिल्वर मेडल हासिल किया था।
घर में तो आपके साथ कोई भी ज़्यादा आर्ग्यू नहीं करता होगा?
नहीं, इस चीज़ में ऐसे नहीं है। इवन के स्टार्ट में आई यूज्ड टू बी अ वेरी शाई गर्ल, मतलब मैं इस तरह से नहीं थी, लेकिन इस गेम में आकर मैं बहुत ज़्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट हो गई हूँ। और मतलब नॉर्मल लाइफ में जो है मैं बहुत मतलब पुरसुकून और बहुत चुप सी रहती हूँ, इस तरह से नहीं। हाँ, लेकिन जब फाइट करती हूँ तो जाहिर सी बात है, फाइट में आपको अपना आप शो करना होता है, अपनी जीतना होता है, तो इसके लिए थोड़ा बहुत आपको एग्रेसिव होना पड़ता है।
और कितनी प्रिपरेशन होती है फिजिकल फिटनेस के अलावा किसी चैंपियनशिप, किसी टूर्नामेंट के लिए कि मेडल हासिल करने आप जा रहे हैं, रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं कंट्री को?
एटलीस्ट हम 2 मंथ्स पहले हमारा कैंप वगैरह लग जाता है उसके लिए, कोई चैंपियनशिप जब आ रहा हो। फिर उसके लिए जब पहले हम जिम ट्रेनिंग भी करते हैं, फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग्स भी हमारे सर दरमियान में होती है, और मैट ट्रेनिंग जो है वो हम रेगुलर ही करते हैं, क्योंकि अगर आप ट्रेनिंग या उस तरह से टेक्निक्स को रेगुलर परफॉर्म नहीं करते तो आप, जाहिर सी बात है, मिस्टेक्स होती हैं जब आप फाइट करते हैं। तो इस वजह से जो मैट ट्रेनिंग है तो होती है वो हम लोग रेगुलर करते हैं, और बाकी जो जिम ट्रेनिंग है और फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग है वो हम वीक में 2-3 दफ़ा टच करते हैं।
ब्रिलियंट। चलिए, बहुत मजा आया आपसे बात करके, और आपको बेस्ट ऑफ लक आगे की जो भी चैंपियनशिप्स में आप हिस्सा लें। मलाइका नूर, ठीक है, और अपना ख्याल रखिएगा। ये हमारे साथ हमारे हीरोज में मौजूद थी।
Thank you, Sikandar. Lovely to hear from Malaika herself, a judo player as part of our Hamare heroes. And in the meantime, 3 boundaries. The over's gone for 13. A couple of missed fields, one from Abrar, one from Usman. So helping all in the favor for the Kingsmen. Good over this from the Hyderabad Kingsmen. 14 off it, 14 done. 94 for 5. extremely slow outside the hitting arc for the right-hander. All right, 30 minutes in. Start your timers now. It is Jazz Fan Pulse. Answer now or miss your shot. You can go to that website and answer the questions to win exciting prizes. Time starts now. 37 of 22, this partnership. Amir Sohail alongside Amir. This definitely holds the key. And one facet that you will see with Irfan Khan Niazi at the crease will be running between the wickets.
Yeah, Pakistan Cricket Board has invested a lot in Irfan Khan Niazi, and I think it's time that he comes to the fore and win a game for his franchise. His partner is looking well established out there in the middle, Hassan Khan. And once again, work the ball into the gap. And they need to find a big over as quickly as possible.
Well, they got to do well in the middle, as do friends when they order KFC, making moments memorable with your yards. Enjoy KFC Yardie moments. Order it now. Predominantly looking for ones and twos, running hard between the wickets. It's a good strategy. What you want to do is eliminate the dot balls. Keep taking the scoreboard along, and you still need that one boundary per over. So 5 of the first 4. Surely will be eyeing the boundary at this point now.
Yeah, you need to pick the right bowler to go after him. Usman Tariq is not an easy proposition. He's a clever operator. He's got plenty in his repertoire. Doing the right thing, like you suggested.
The other thing of note has definitely been throughout the day, the slower the spinners have bowled, they've had a little bit more to say in terms of curtailing the boundary count, as has been the case for Usman. Very slow. Brings up the 100 with that single. So good over. Another one from Usman. 14 done, 100 for 5. Been really good, Ahmed Daniel. Just the 7 in his first couple of overs. Seamers who've come and bowled the slow ones into the deck have been effective. So Alzari Joseph bowled with some steam earlier on. 148.7, the fastest delivery. Bowled with some sting, the natural bounce. But now Ahmed Daniel, important for him to follow up. Picked up 3 important wickets in that first game. 75 of 35. Asking rate climbing. Just under 13 now. Boundaries have to come thick and fast.
Yeah, if you, as a bowler, got pace, you can afford to take the ball short. As long as it's zipping through. I like that. Batters will not be in control playing that full stroke.
Well, there's a few commentators who are missing. Maybe they're in there. Club Pepsi, Martin Guptill, Dominic Cork also on their way. It's a place where we want to be. A lot of fun, excitement. All right, then let's all get down there eventually. Good start this by Daniel. Dot and 1. another one added to that. It's a great start to the over this.
Whenever he has bowled Ahmed Danial, we see batters in discomfort. At times, got themselves in very awkward position to be able to deal with the deliveries, pacey deliveries bowled by Ahmed Danial.
Once again, not out quite out of the middle. A couple of bounces to Hassan Nawaz on the boundary. So still dealing in ones. It's time for you to score a scholarship courtesy KFC. They're awarding higher education scholarship to every deserving student for every 6 hit during this competition. So tonight, so far, there's been 10 of them. So brilliant work from KFC. And that's what they'd wish for, a few more, because that's exactly what the Hyderabad Kingsmen need.
Yeah, for a change, the pitch produced for this game has offered something to the spinners and also for the faster bowlers if they were inclined to bowl those slow ones into the pitch. It hasn't been an easy gig for the batters. Once again, no timing. Running hard. Get to.
A good throw in, but there was confusion between the bowler calling for bowling and the keeper was screaming keeping end. Irfan Khan Niazi very quick between the wickets, but still no boundaries. Now 12 deliveries since the last boundary. So just tightening the screws here. Quetta Gladiators, in a great over this from Danial. And partnership has just gone to 48 of 32. Oh, well, he might be a quick runner, but it's not the way you want to be grounding the bat. You want to be sliding the bat and not coming and putting it in. So lucky that didn't go straight onto the stumps. Asking rate has now gone to 13.5. Need a boundary here, the Kingsmen. Oh, brilliant. What a grab that is from Ben McDermott. That is a stunning piece of athleticism.
The reason why this is a brilliant catch. First, he was going to gather the ball. He was about to have a lead and then stopped. Then jumped the other way to be able to catch that one. What a take that was. Brilliant. Brilliant piece of wicket keeping. And saluted by the captain, acknowledging how big the effort was. 31 was Hassan Khan's contribution. It's 105 for 6.
And it's time for a Tapal Danidar strategic timeout. time to get going again out of the Tapal Dandar strategic timeout. And it'll only get more difficult for the Hyderabad Kingsmen. Required rate 14. And Usman Tariq, who's bowled brilliantly, still has one more up his sleeve.
If there was a time to get a big over, it's now for Hyderabad Kingsmen. The overs are ticking by. The required run rate is jumping. They are desperate to find a big over here.
With every delivery, it was 14 at the start of the over. Already climbed up to 14.28 with that one delivery gone by with just one run. And a big shot. Just feel like something's about to give. Gets down in time, Abrar. One feature surely, Amir, that both teams will look to brush up on is their fielding and their catching as well. Especially for the Hyderabad Kingsmen. Another couple of catches went down earlier on in the day. Ground fielding throughout the game has been sloppy. It is exchange on golden toss coin winner. He is Mohammad Mumtaz. Congratulations, it's a match coin that they get as the prize at the end of it. .67 off 26 now. Usman Tariq with a wry smile on his face. It's been 17 deliveries since the last boundary. Ahmad Azam just looks over his left shoulder. There are 3 men patrolling that leg side boundary. Protection down the ground as well.
Had no clue, none whatsoever. Quetta Gladiators very happy. And why not? The team is doing very well in this outing. They are in control, they're in charge.
Let it go. Yeah.
Single won't hurt. And Quetta Gladiators. Another good over from Usman. It's 109 for 6.
They'll need at least 25 of those. The margin, the gap between the runs required and the balls remaining is just getting too far away. It's not going in the favor of the Kingsmen, who sort of never took off in this chase. Once again, a replication of what happened in their first outing, lost by 69. Just past the keeper on the bounce there.
Yeah, you're spot on, Sikandar. They never got themselves comfortable in the run chase. And credit to the Gladiators, the way that they've come out and bowled. Joseph took early wickets, so did Abrar in the power play. He does that quite a lot, doesn't he? They're just going to have to check this run out as well.
Thank you.
It's a direct hit.
Batters in the air at this stage, and foot is grounded. Thank you. Ready to make my decision, big screen.
The decision has been made. I think you can clearly see what the decision will be. Not out. Yeah, they just looked like they've not really got to grips with the surface. Couldn't get partnerships going. Looks like it's going to be 2 from 2.
They lost 3 in the power play and then so on, trying to form a partnership. Saad Ali, Labuschagne just couldn't get those odd boundaries going for themselves. We got a selfie moment, happy moment there. I'm sure their supporters with the Gladiators, big smiles on their face. Just feel it in franchise cricket. The turnaround time between games is not much, and then you come in maybe 3 or 4 days before the tournament, and you feel for Labuschagne as the captain, not knowing much about the local players. I'm sure he's got information and help around in the dugout, but seeing is believing. You exactly know who can do what kind of characters they are. He's coming in from the US, not him. He's your Pakistan Shaheen's current captain. You talk about Hassan Khan coming in from the US. Saad Ali also coming in from the US. This time he gets hold of it, flat bats that, and that's gone all the way. He does have that power. There wasn't much pace on the ball, but he still can put that in that fashion.
Yeah, decent shot. Strange delivery in a way because he's got mid-off up in the circle. He's just got to try and get it up and over those 2 fielders, but he hits it well. Jazz 5G Super 6.
I mean, in terms of the changes, he got the combinations right. He got in Sadakat in, got Tikshana in. There is a chance for the top scorers and top wicket takers in the tournament. The Fazal Mahmood cap and Hanif Mohammad cap. Inmeric Solar Energy will put a full solar system if you top those 2 departments at the end of the league. Haven't seen those caps yet. You see them put on by the current highest wicket takers and scorers. So yeah, the decision to make those changes was right, strengthening that spin department, and they got the better of Gladiators in the middle stage. We just feel shouldn't have allowed them to get to 174 really. 17 gone, 119 for 6. You know these usual suspects. When you pick up Abrar and Usman Tariq in your squad, you know that they'll have a say. Abrar from the power play, and then here he's got 2 for 14 in his 4th over at the moment. Given nothing away at all. Now this time he's got hold of it. Clean hit. Hits the side screen on the full.
Yeah, nice looking shot this from Niazi. Uses his feet well, gets to the pitch of the ball. And hits it straight back over the bowler's head. No better place. Good use of the feet. Good extension of the arms.
Oh, he's missed an opportunity. Surely he has. He was stumping on offer. Second attempt. Let's find out if he is still quick enough.
It's a fair delivery. Best angle, please. Stand by, guys. Coming up now. That is out of the crease. Keeper's gloves are behind the stumps. Keep rolling that through. Regathered there by the keeper. And batter's grounded. Thank you. Ready to make my decision.
Yeah, opportunities to win a crore. Again, chance for you to make some content with the bottles. And you will put your name in there. And you can get a lot of money. Yeah, he'll have to bowl that again, but he's been so good in his 4-over spell. 2 for 23 as we stand. Could have had 3 had that stumping not been missed. Oh, he'll get it now. Comes down the wicket and gets his man. He's happy. Yeah, surely he would be upset because opportunity there, but it was meant for him. A wide ball and then this happens.
Yeah, missed a stump in a couple of balls earlier. Ben McDermott this time doesn't miss it, sees it a little bit clearer. It's past the outside edge, and it's a simple stumping for the keeper. Irfan Niazi went too early. Abrar finishes off his spell with another wicket, 3 for 23. It's coming towards the end. Niazi gone for 33, 129 for 7.
Ahmad Azam goes big, but not enough. There's a chance here for another wicket. Yes, it is. Hassan Nawaz takes the catch, and Ahmad has to go, even if he doesn't like it. Falling apart. The Kingsmen here, trying to reduce the margin of victory for Gladiators.
Went to the shorter side, but just got too much height on it. Length delivery. Decent catch by Hassan Nawaz, and it's been a solid performance from the Gladiators so far. Ahmed Azam gone for 6 on 29 for 8. a look at the 2 wickets. The first, the stumping, the eventual stumping anyway. He'd already missed him early on in the over. And then this last wicket. Decent catch in the deep by Hassan Nawaz. 46 from 10, that's not going to happen. So back-to-back defeats for the new franchise and a win for the Gladiators.
Yeah, they also would look to reduce that gap, even if they're losing. 46 runs is a big margin in T20. Already lost the first one by 69 runs, so you've got to keep an eye on that net run rate. Yes, you'd ask, what about the points? Well, eventually, once you start winning, you don't want to miss out on anything in the playoffs because you are falling behind in that net run rate column. Well, don't fall behind in this contest. You got to take any Inverex product or logo and make a nice social media content, and you have a chance to win yourself a complete Inverex solar system. Yeah, nothing coming their way in this over. A wicket, 3 dots.
Yeah, the captain Saud Shakir will be happy. So will the owners, and the coach will be really happy with the fact that they've got 2 points. Started slowly last year, didn't they, the Gladiators, and eventually won 6 games on the trot and found themselves in the final last year. So good for the Gladiators to get off the mark with 2 points. Work for the Kings men to do, and work probably for the coach to do as well.
Yeah, finally, they get rid of that 129 from the scoreboard. They were 129 for 7, 129 for 8. And they've been on that score for a while now. Parkview City, free hit for fans, and you just need to go to the Facebook page where it says Parkview City and answer the question there and get a chance to win a reward at the end of every game. So many opportunities for all the viewers around. Whoever wants to participate, you have a big chance of winning something. End of the over, 19 gone, it's 130 for 8. The last over here, if you just look at Kingsmen and try to assess where are they going wrong. I mean, you can't blame the bowling. 174, you take that in a regular T20 game and you'd say that the batting chasing would fairly have a good chance of getting that, but it's just been struggling by big margins. I'm repeating myself, 69 in the first game and looking at 40 odd over here. They changed their batting order. Maybe Syam Ayub, they want him to fire. And you talk about getting a youngster, Masadakat, in the opening slot. They've not been able to get that boost in that power play.
Free hit for fans, win a prize contest. Zubair Ahmed is the winner of match 4. Congratulations to him. Yeah, you're right. They've just got to find a formula to put it right, and they've got to try and do it quickly. Yeah, 174 was good. It should have been better. No balls and the drop catches again. So they've got to try and put that right, because once you get yourself, I know teams like to think, well, it's only a game of 2020, we'll be playing again in a couple of days, but back-to-back losses and big losses, because even this is going to be around about 40, it's still a big loss. They've got to find a formula, how to put it right, and put it right quickly. If it needs a bit more practice, whatever it is, shake up something, and then try and get into winning ways. Gladiators, they'll just be happy. Get a win, get going.
Yes, so then really I'm thinking when they get back to the hotel and the think tank sits together, they've got to be focusing on something that needs to be corrected. And is it their batting? They've been put into chase twice.
Well, yeah, look, they've got to get more from captain in a way, Marnus Labuschagne. They've got to get a lot more from Saim Ayub, Usman Khan. You know, you've got three players there of high quality, who two know a lot about Pakistan Super League and one is an international player. Well, that's where you first look at it. How can we do it better? They tried to mix it up today and drop Usman Khan down. Maz Sadiqat came in. But ultimately, they've got to try and do something. Not panic. It's not a panic, but it's trying to just highlight areas where we can improve. And for the Gladiators, even they can improve as well. What they've got to do is stop losing momentum, the Gladiators, in the innings when they're setting targets or chasing.
There you go, a dot ball to end the game. Match number 5 comes to an end, and a win, and first 2 points for Quetta Gladiators, beating Hyderabad Kingsmen by 40 runs. Another big defeat for the new franchise. And there were moments where Quetta Gladiators felt that they were under the pump, but they've come back shining, courtesy their spinners doing well, and then the bowling unit coming and defending 174 put up earlier. They made the right call of winning the toss and batting first today. Probably you'd say that in the first game they decided to chase. Well, could have had a better result for themselves, but yeah, sooner or later make those right calls, and you'd say that they are a happy bunch today.
Yeah, it started well, didn't they, with another half century from Shamil Hussain, second century in his first couple of games. He's only the first Pakistani to do that in his opening first 2 games. Well, that is good signs. Probably more to come from Riley Rousseau. Another half century for Hassan Nawaz, and the way that they bowled. Their spinners, Abrar Ahmed with 3 for 23 and Usman Tariq with 1 for 26. What a day they've had today for this team. Work to be done. Disappointment for the captain, but happy owners, happy team. 2 points on the table.
Well, that wraps up a game. It was just slow and with no progress for the Kingsmen. They'll have another day to regroup and come back stronger. Still early part of the tournament, but Gladiators will be happy to see themselves amongst points on that points table. They've come back in this game without making any changes. Though they lost that first match, they trusted that 11 and made sure that they get the desired result from them. Definitely it works very well for you if your opening slot is performing well. Shamil is their key.
Chasing 175, didn't get off to a good start, lost wickets regularly. Joseph and Abrar were excellent. It was 23 from the captain Labuschagne, 33 from Niazi, and a difficult day for the Kingsmen batsmen once again. Not many partnerships, the biggest one between Hassan and Niazi with 48, but that's been their problem, the Kingsmen. They need to rectify that and rectify that quickly.
Look at the bowling, and they did well. The Quetta Gladiators with Abrar getting 3 for 23, bowled well in the power play, and then in the later stage, 2 for Daniel, who's also equally good. Azari Joseph, Tariq and Saud getting a wicket each. And that is job done. Quick look at the summary. Gladiators decided to bat first and they posted 174 with a few hiccups when they were batting. Hyderabad Kingsmen 134 for 8. The margin is 40 runs, with which they lost this game to the Gladiators. The worrying part in this points table for Hyderabad would be that net run rate. They're yet to get off the mark in the points table, but Quetta would be happy to see that number 2 and also a plus sign to that net run rate. All right, time for us to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the prize distribution and the presentation ceremony.